Yesterday, 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 all my troubles seemed so in my face. That's how it goes, right? I like that song. It wasn't a bad day. It was just like, it was a day. It was a business day. It was a day that needs to be on a business podcast. I didn't publish yesterday, and I pride myself on publishing every day. When I know what to do. I go through long periods where I don't know what to do and I don't publish. I don't like those periods. I call those the dark times. No, I don't actually call them that, but I probably should. Yesterday, I've been publishing nonstop between Margin and Code Outsider for coming up, 2.5 months, coming up on 3 months maybe. And so yesterday was the first day that broke that streak. And the reason was a crisis of confidence. And I wasn't going to publish today, and I wasn't going to, if I have a crisis of confidence, I need to go out and get me some confidence to alleviate the crisis. But, sometimes the cure is worse than the disease. That's it. That's what happened. When I decided, it was like being punched in the gut and sort of folding over and then feeling like, well, I'm already punched in the gut. Why am I going to stay folded over? Like I've never done boxing, but I imagine this is like if you get punched and you fold over, you don't want to stay like that, even if you physically want to, because that's worse. You look bad, you're going to get hit again. That's what it was like. So at first, like folding over, what punched me in the gut? Okay. All my troubles in my face. What else would do it? What else? Okay, so first it was this Turing paper. So there's this paper by Alan Turing on computable numbers with applications to the something in German that I don't know how to pronounce. The decision problem, however you say that in German. Hilbert's decision problem. I'm reading Turing's paper. This is like the founding document, the founding academic paper of computer science, the discipline of computer science. It basically didn't exist until Turing wrote this paper. It's like 40, 50 pages, 1936, I think. And, it's like, it's complicated. It's not the hardest thing I've ever read, but it's harder than I expected. But it's hard for like dumb reasons. Like he's writing in the 30s and like, they didn't have good typography back then. And, a lot of it's like, okay, I got to keep track of German letters, German uppercase, German lowercase. And then he starts using these abbreviations, which you always have to do in technical stuff in math and in computing. You always have to start abbreviating. Otherwise, you keep reproducing piles and piles of data that nobody needs to see more than once. And the difficulties kept compounding. And then I go to like this. So I'm reading the original. Oh, and the copy that I have and the copy that everybody has. This is this photocopy from Mind, the journal Mind. And it's like a bad photocopy. Guys, come on. It's like the most important paper in the history of computer science. Just increase the DPI. Just a little bit better resolution for us. I mean, because you can't go get it from the original journal. They want $40 I didn't check, but they always want Elsevier and all these bastards want $40 a paper. Ugh, not even going to go down that road. Just did, coming back. So it's a bad photocopy. So it's like hard. I'm like, it's a harder pay. I thought I was going to knock it over in a day, and it's like I'm on day 2 now, and it's like, this is going to take like a week. And I also don't like reading papers. I'm telling you too much. I don't like reading academic papers when I have to do physical work to understand them, but you have to with this. You have to make your own tables, and you have to build your own Turing machine and all this stuff, and do your own diagonal stuff and all this stuff. And it's like okay, this is hard. Like, it's not that I'm unhappy doing it, but it's like, this is hard. And then it's like, okay, I got other hard things to do. Like, this is a business, I'm not an academic, Like, I have to do this. I'm doing it for the right reasons. I have to do this. I have to read this paper. I have to understand it. This is I know I'm doing the right thing with that part of my time, but it's like expanding and it's elbowing out yet again the other things that I need to do. Yet another thing is elbowing out the website, which is this thing hanging over me because it's harder than, like the Turing paper. It's harder than I expected. It takes longer than I expected. More complicated. Requires more work. Requires more of me. There's only one of me. You can't keep dividing forever. And then it's like, I'm like, okay, I got to put something together. I got to go live. Like, I'm not there with the touring paper, and I know the next thing I need to do for my customers is I got to put something. And then it's like, for who? You said the C word. What customers? Oh, fuck you, man. Why you got to go like that? Why you got to punch below the belt, man? Don't say what customers to me. I know damn well I don't have any customers. But it sort of made me think, like, I'm going to rush something. I'm going to go live today, and I'm going to go live before I'm ready, which is always what you're doing in business. You're always going before you're ready, and it's good. It's good because that concept ready in the minds of many of us is unnecessarily high a threshold. I firmly believe in go before you're ready. Always, because, just based on doing this business, I can see, like, if I had waited till I felt ready, it would have been 3 months later and it would have been 0.5% better. I've seen that happen and felt that it would have happened many times. So go before you're ready. But it doesn't feel good to do it a lot. And yesterday in particular, like, I was doing exactly what I wanted with Code Outsider. And going early on this next step, this next intellectual cinder block in the basement of what I'm trying to build with this thing, it felt like it was going to be shoddy workmanship. I probably could have pulled it off, but it was like the combination of the difficulty of the paper, the looming, the overhanging cloud of the website, and then realizing that my customers were not waiting because they do not exist, was like, it was a punch to the gut. That's what folded me over. And a foolish consistency. That's the other thing, which is normally a good quote. Fucking who was it? A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson. A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. Daily podcasting can be such a hobgoblin, or at least it's at risk of being that. So I thought, no, I'm not going to be a foolish. I'm not going to be a little mind. I'm not going to be afraid of these hobgoblins. I'm just going to stop until I know what to do. I always feel like I have half of the equation to balance. I always feel like I know the content. And now you might not agree with me, but that means you're not one of my customers, or would-be customers, if I had the website done and I could actually paywall you. I always feel like I know I can make good content. And in perfect symmetry, I always feel and hate that I feel I don't know how to get to the customers. I don't know how to get it to them. I know they're out there, but we're in the attention, shattered glass era of fragmented attention and fierce competition for attention. There's less and less, good old-fashioned honest work that people can do. So everyone's in the information economy, the entertainment part of the information economy. I'm competing with more and more people. It's not easy. So far I've found it impossible. If I get hit by a bus today, I failed at business. And so I don't know. I've said everything about it. So that's what happened. But the cure was worse than the disease. Stopping felt wrong. I've stopped for long periods before, as you will be able to tell if you look at timestamps, and just the aging of my appearance. Like you do things over multiple years when you start in your 30s and you can see things happen. And I see, I'm getting older. I feel it. And stopping, it was nope. I don't know what I'm doing next, but I don't want to stop. And then today happened, and we'll talk about that in the second segment today that makes up for the one I missed yesterday. Ma103 Thursday, February 8th, 2024, started at 1:05 p.m., signing off.